Right then, we are back. We're playing as Japan and Japanese Mongolia and Manchuria. Right. There's still some sorrow stuff that I haven't actually taken care of, like swapping that out, okay. You know what, I'll actually grab some manpower, that should give me more to work with. Give up some prestige in order to get them back to maximum loyalty. Additionally, in order to keep them producing, I'm going to get more roads out here. Whew, that is a lot of manpower to burn there. This province could also use some roads. Oh. Okay, if I wait a month, there should be enough manpower to fulfill the requirement. Okay, the unrest is gone. Thank you. I'm still probably going to put harbors along the entire Manchurian coastline in order to, because that's usually the best option when it comes to provinces with this bad of terrain. Forest mountains, yuck. You know, I'm just going to turn off all the hymns. Because that's still, oh, pure version 1 is... I just got a copyright claim yesterday about it. For the episode, for the day 2 days ago. I think that was it. I thought it was this. I don't know. I just want to get rid of it before it becomes an actual issue. So I don't particularly like the hymns that much. I hear enough of them when playing Crusader Kings anyway. Seekers of Ill Fortune. I don't care. This is also a good province for at least mediocre fortifications. Okay, so it's going to cost about 9,000 manpower. It's fine by me. It's forest mountains, and it also covers several provinces. And I'll probably do this one. And then Soyabin for the purpose of building up a city here, since it's a great natural harbor. It's going to have a lot of benefits coming out of that. Alright, so that's going to have a few benefits. Plus 1 advisor happens to be the weakest of these. I'm getting 2 extra stat points per year. And plus 10% provincial trade power. Which gives me more trade power, and due to the way institution spread works, also makes it a little bit easier for institutions to spread to some provinces. Simply because there's just more trade power to go around. Yeah, that's only from the recent uprising modifier. That's the only reason why the autonomy unrest went to 0. Another good thing is that most of the provinces seem to be syncretizing to my religion. Or at the very least, some of them. Bergia, Kizi, and Notiza has already done that. The rest, not so much. May take some time. But syncretism certainly does help me keep them under control. Because while I am very tolerant, it's much easier to be tolerant of the true faith than it is of some of, well, heathens. I mean, the fact is, I've got 6.3, despite the fact that I'm going down a very impious route. Yeah, I've completed all the idea groups so far. How's my stability looking? Okay, I could probably afford to do something with it. Maybe demote some of the greater nobles. Sheer authority is good enough. Besides, even if I were to lose the stability, I have enough points to just get it back next year. Q. Good, that should get the autonomy all the way down. Maybe not all the way down, but a lot further down. That doesn't change anything, but okay. Okay, that has to be a province that renamed itself. Now that is good. Figo. Okay, this is very good. Another province that seems to have changed its name, or it's newly acquired. There's 2 of them. I think it might be this one. That one, it didn't really matter. Oh, this one, it really does matter. That's definitely some power moving away from the greater nobles and moving into my hands. Although, again, it's gonna go away again. That's it. Quite a few of those provinces were means of power for the greater nobles that have moved into the lesser noble hands, but soon will go into my hands. All the way. I could rebuild a rank 5 city hall somewhere? Ah. In the old imperial capital of Kyoto. Education level has fallen. Strange. Hmm. Grant 1,000 ducats. That should help keep it up. Needs to bring it. It needs to be brought back up. It's probably the acquisition of quite a bit of territory over here that caused it to go down. Draft citizens or draft with financial incentives. So spend 60 ducats to double the length of this thing. Karafuta, where's that? This is not worth it. No. The best thing I can think of doing is basically just grabbing the better shipyard. You could use more urban gravity. I certainly can't wait until the coring's done. You know, I wonder what will happen to the name if I colonize enough of these provinces. Will it stick to Mongolia and Manchuria, or will it swap to Siberia? Japanese Siberia. I feel there would be a better descriptor for this, but not sure. I mean, I am going to eventually start grabbing land in Korea. Or, well, Josian's land. Specifically lands in Manchuria, and then I'll start moving towards the more into the Korean peninsula. Which will actually get easier and easier to deal with as I move south, because that will be closer to the capital. Also completed something. It's this one. I eventually need to grab one of the military idea groups. I think I will. Probably leadership. And leadership sticks doesn't really merge well with any of them, so I think I might actually go quality. Leaders without key +1, reduce army tradition decay, more morale of armies, artillery combat ability, fort defense, cavalry combat ability, yearly army professionalism, and then the kicker is infantry combat ability. Lots of combat ability, which I should be fine with. You know, I haven't checked in a while. Is Ferrara still Yes, they are still the absolute most advanced country in the world. They've had tech level 40 and 41 in every kind. I think I'm second. Better than Castile. Oh, there's also Florence, which has 36, 36, 41, 41. The only one comparable to me in my region is Josia. And I barely have an advantage in tech. Rice. No, it's fine by me. At least it ain't fish. Fish of all things. Ugh. Aha! In Unzio. Look, name's changed, so I don't know exactly what that is. And the cousin hasn't changed. Oh, this one. Silk. You know, I probably should actually focus on developing this province a bit more now that it has a luxury resource. Huh. Where has they been getting their production skill from? I built a small city for the sole purpose of getting enough dev in order to accept Taiwanese culture. Malacca has a trade fleet here. Looks like Keimer got on Tianwan's bad side. Ouch. Majapahit seems to also be slowly spreading across Indonesia. I mean, the Yuri armor flourishing is actually quite nice because it means I no longer need a drill in order to maintain army professionalism. Because part of M&T is that it decays by 1% every year on its own. So maintaining, which is part of the reason why I believe maintaining army professionalism, trying to do that is just a bad idea in general. Because simply of the way it functions. It also no longer gives the siege efficiency buff. I don't think it does. Siege ability? Yeah, it doesn't affect siege ability anymore. It does affect discipline, the recover of morale speed, movement speed, land fire damage dealt, and shock damage received. It also reduces the looting amount. Which actually makes it a bit better to conquer with. Because with a high army professionalism, you're not looting nearly as much. I only did that because of the simple fact that, the converting, simple fact that it was available and I could do it. It doesn't really change things much, except make the province a little bit more loyal. Okay. How much dev do they have? I can check that from the Liberty Desire. 95. So they just provided me with an extra merchant. Okay. What am I going to do with this merchant, though? Here's the question. Yeah, there's nowhere else I can put it to use. At least nowhere helpful. If I collect from trade, it's gonna cause issues, so I'm not going to do that. Yeah, Mongolia. I can afford to lose that prestige and the legitimacy. Legitimacy will come back rather quickly. I've got so many buffs, it's just gonna take 9 or so years and it will be all back. Force the rule of law. Okay, the religious head is not more hostile. They probably already don't like me because of my tolerance. Construct a road. Oh boy, that is impressively expensive. And now that I think about it, probably wasn't a good idea because that ridiculous of a road network really just belongs. Really should stay in cities until I've gotten to the point where I can, well, pave roads. Yeah, I can see them used in that sort of a manner, but highway networks, not so much. What now? Okinawa. Huh. Let's do metalworks. I think I focused towards silk for long enough. Maybe start working towards China ware? Hmm. The cores are almost done. I can start working on getting road networks and the rest of the communication network set up to make sure that these provinces aren't just a waste of time. You know, I wonder, how much does an irrigation canal cost? Surprisingly cheap for an irrigation canal. Pike's retired. Looks like bayonets are starting to replace the old musketeer. And the world seems to be at tech level 41. At least for the next 4 years. I am catching up. Yes, get me some permanent buffs. Because those are more fun than any of the other possibilities. No. I refuse to grant you that. What is that? Oh yeah, that's why the province was faster to core and to climb on it. So it's slightly faster and cheaper. What now? Quarantine. There we go. Let's get started with ports. So I should be able to get rid of the clans, right? Military power at least 200. Oh. I just grabbed attack. Okay. Two days. Wow. Okay. Yep, the nearby cities are now heading towards Phison for their communication. Even by boat. It really cannot get much better than this. That was a good idea to build. I have now a 2-day port here. Yeah, all the ports are now traveling to Phison. Even these here are traveling to fight. Yeah, okay. Definitely indicator that was the best choice. Ooh, Nikaizu. You're moving to Okudan. And then highway network through here to there. Okay. There's nowhere I can build it, at least not within my own province. I could probably build it there, but I don't see the point. Probably be smart to build them most expensive, least expensive. Those are likely to... Those are likeliest to have the highest urban population, so... I'll just build them everywhere. I have just enough money for that. It will raise production power everywhere, getting me more production centers. Sure, some of them might bleed into Korea, but... Korea will eventually be mine. I still have another 150 years to take it. Because that is when the game ends. In 150 years. Plus 2. 152 years. Alright, stab level 2. Just like how the Philippines will eventually be mine. Although I am certainly going to build up a communications network first. I'll probably have to build a palace and... Well, then again, it won't really matter. This is going to be my trade company after all. There we go. Keep clicking the wrong province. Right, now you need to colonize this province. And after I'm done with the northern Philippines, placing those two provinces, I'll be going along here. Down Figo. Let's do some metalworks. So I can gain 25 admin power and 5 prestige, or 4,000 ducats. I'm gonna take 4,000 ducats, that just seems more valuable. An omen of good things to come. Oh, so much. And I still don't have... Require city up. Ah. Uh-huh. I understand that. Yeah, by this point, the only way I can upgrade is by getting the population to go even higher, or something else. Right, are these done? Yep. I'll continue fortification efforts here. And I'm going to need to get started with road building into here. I'll probably continue to use Kizzy as the main port for a while until I get to, say, Soilbin, which I'll probably conquer. Next time I go to North Korea, I think I'll be getting this area. At least, that will be my goal. Because that's not too much to try to integrate at once. At least not from this perspective that I have right here. Enough is never enough. I am starting to get a little annoyed with having to deal with whoever the Emperor chooses, though, the Emperor of China. So I may actually pick something else, for the simple reason I don't want to deal with it anymore. Because I want a candidate that's not zealous. Zealous is starting to go against my policies too much. And is causing quite a bit of friction. I do believe Nishiron is the Japan-centric one. It has to be a Nishiron temple. Yeah, Nishiren. Keep giving me that admin point. That admin power. Diplomatic integration cost is limited to 30 development per province. This province has more, so it gets local quarrying cost minus 77.6% to compensate. Integration costs will not go under the minimum of 12.5% cost regardless of development, which would be 87.5%. 321, 243, yep. I think Kyoto actually has the same modifier hidden here. Minus 81%. That's from 155 development. So the integration cost actually isn't quite as high as it would be if it were just straight development. 114. Seat of strong aristocrats. So it isn't anywhere important. I wasn't paying attention again. So it probably is somewhere important. Alright, I did fabricate a claim. For some reason, I don't have imperialism. I think it might be because I need to wait for the truce to end, because it might be that I can't use the imperialism cast a spelling unless I have no truces. That might be the case. If it is, then okay. It's a bit annoying, but I can work around. I can work with it. Alright, I should add these provinces, these colonizing provinces into the respective trade companies. It does lower unrest, which means that it's easier for me to deal with a province. Plus, it forces the autonomy to be at 100%, so it's great for far-flung provinces. Especially ones which you don't really consider developing that much. These provinces, I'm only going to develop up to the point where I get their respective increases. Right? Quality. I'm finally moving towards the military idea groups. In fact, I think those will be my last idea groups. Honestly, it depends on how many more there are. I think there might be... Yeah, there's 4 more. National Anthem, Romanticism, Trade Unions, and the Communist Manifesto. It seems we're sticking with Mongolia and Manchuria up north. A new estate in power in May. Yeah, I figured. Oh well, better the burghers in power there. The tribals or the lesser nobles. Yeah, I figure a lot of these are going to move to lesser noble control pretty quickly. Because of how centralized this country is. What? Do you know how expensive this is going to be in yearly maintenance? Where is that? Wait, isn't this the province of it? No, it's not. That doesn't really change anything. It's not fast enough, at least I don't think it is. It's not faster than by road. No, there was a province I could get a workshop that I didn't notice. It's a lot of money into farming efficiency. I figure it's actually the burghers that are doing some of that. Because the greater noble's doing everything. Doesn't seem to make sense. If I were to check the treasury. Yeah, they only have about 3 years worth of income in their treasury. The greater nobles have so much more, and they also have less income than the burghers. Wow, that's a lot of money. Okay, then again, it does seem to make sense. Yep, this province could definitely use better communication. Influential power holder. Thank you. Keep doing the good work. You know something I wonder? Exactly how far ahead in tech do I need to be to get the colonial conquest? Do I have it against Transox? No, I don't. Hunger, no. Commonwealth, Kiev. Okay, even though Bengal is so far behind, I don't really have it. Do I have it against Tenok and Hawaii? I think it's Lunsong though. Saka, okay. Japanese Fujian. I guess it doesn't stretch like that. Okay. That's a bit sad. These provinces are all owned by the burghers, so or lesser known, so it should be fine with autonomy levels. I do want to stick with the old habit of building universities only where it's not where autonomy is already 0 and it's not going to rise any higher just because I built the university. Because it works. This here travels to there. Where is that? Oh, here. Travels to Dosia. Oh, that's it. This one. Okay. This one goes straight to the capital. A little strange, but okay. I've already maxed out the road here, haven't I? Yeah. May improve the trade worth? I'll go ahead and do that. Besides, the province could use a bit more urban gravity anyway. Truces have expired. Let's see if I get that cast spelling back. That would be nice. The burgers are back at it again. Wait. Oh, yeah, I guess I did forget about this. Trade wharf. And trade wharf. There. That will remove any and all issues involving that. I can also check on unrest. Is it affected by... It is not in any way affected by culture. MEIOU, positive stability, centralization, innovativeness. Yeah, it's not affected by culture or religion at all. So, show contrition publicly. It's just 10 diplo points. I earned that in a month. Historical and critical democracy. Pierre Bayle, French Huguenot, has written a new dictionary mainly devoted to individual people. Oh, historical and critical dictionary, not democracy. Dictionary mainly devoted to individual people, whether historical or mythical, but with some articles treating religious beliefs and philosophies. He delights in pointing out the contradictions between theological tenets and supposedly self-evident dictates of reason. By this skeptical approach, he sought to promote religious tolerance. Congratulations, Ferrara. Gain 50 diplo points. I'll stick with getting more tech at the moment. No, not the collector. I like earning tons of cash. Spy network construction. Okay, this should make things easier. Yep. It's increasing it by 0.15 per month, since 1.5 is the base. Nice, here it is. In this specific mod. Sansui, now it's a great city hall. Why do you need a great city hall? You're growing fast enough as it is. You're not even keeping up with your urban gravity. Yeesh. So Tansui has a great city hall. Where is that even? There. Okay, the province is a weird shape and size. Nice, nice, nice. What now? Okay, Ngaisu. Bansoi even has its... Way to this province. There it is. Rank 1 Town Hall. Local University. And Bansoi now has... Renowned University? Okay. Thanks for doing that for me. Takuzan also has a renowned university. Is your autonomy low enough for that? Yes, it is. Yay, farming efficiency. And Bingo has a town hall, which means I can build a university here. Rikutayu. I could build a town hall too, but autonomy is not low enough. I mean, not town hall, but university here, but autonomy is not low enough for me to even consider that. Let's get more trade power though. Because trade power makes money. Specifically for the province itself, not necessarily for me. Actually, no, not Phison, not yet. Anyway, shouldn't I be able to? Right, because I got... Okay, it's gonna be a while before I subjugate the clan again. Anyway, I'm out of time today, so... Save the game. This may take a moment. Okay. Save, and I will be seeing you again tomorrow. Until then, bye.